Alright, welcome back. Life of Dave. Today, fiberglassing the Shetland. So we've done this section here. Now we've got the really awkward bit at the top to do. So we've got some glass laid on here already. What I've got to do now is, without moving that glass, I've got to get a bit more resin up here. That pretty much feels like that's stuck in place now. It's not moving. It's not moving about and sliding all over the place anymore. So what I don't want to do is drag that cloth about and introduce air after just spending all that time getting rid of it all. So very gently, just spreading a bit more resin up there to get my CSM over the top of it. I'm just dabbing it up there gently without putting any weight on it. It is, however, running down all over the bit that I've just done and worked all the excess resin out of. Making a right old mess. Hindsight, should have done the top bit first, but yeah, never mind, we can always roll that out anyway. Right, so next bit. So we've got to get this up here to stick. Without moving and pulling the previous lot of glass down. Make that to stick in place, and then we've got to start rolling it round. I'll have to get some more resin on that. I need the fibres to start melting so that this CSM bends around the corner. And this is the awkward bit. This is the bit that, you know, if it's going to go wrong, this is it. This is the messy bit, the awkward bit, with all the corners to get round. Resin dripping everywhere. I need to get some on this corner so it softens. Once that starts softening, I'll be able to bend it round. Like I say, this is a heavyweight cloth. I could have pre-wet it and then tried sticking it up, but again, I've done that before. It makes the cloth so heavy, it's almost impossible to get it to stay up there. I did try that when I've done the roof and that, you know, the underside of the deck. I tried pre-wetting it and the weight was immense, you know, it just pulls it all back down again. It's almost impossible. At least this way, the cloth's a little bit lighter to work. I'm hoping it will stay up there. Yeah. I do need one more strip though, because what I've done is, where I've put this on now, because I tore it, I put this bit a bit lower, I've got a little bit through this middle, there mainly, where it's not overlapping enough, so I'm going to have to put a little bit more on. But that ain't a problem. If I can just get this on and done and stuck, we'll get another bit, excuse me, we'll get another bit in there and get that worked in. At the moment, that's actually not gone too bad. Shush, Dave, why did you say that? Ever say it's not gone too bad, it'll all go wrong. Overshot that in there a bit too much, but it's not too bad. Right, over it. Right. Just making sure I've got enough resin on the underside bits first. Don't worry about the rest of it. Yeah, that's the other thing. When you're working upside down, the resin starts running down the brush or roller or whatever you're using. It starts running down to your hands, your gloves and everything else. Everything starts getting covered. It starts getting very sticky very quickly. Oh, I thought I might have mixed up a bit too much resin, but I did not. I need a little bit more, I reckon. Oh, I know, I reckon. We are out. That's it. I also need a bit more glass, so let's hurry up. Look at, get another bit of glass. To go in there, mix up some resin, get this rolled out, get it on. Let's get some resin going first. Oh, close. Nearly there. Not looking bad at all, actually. Mix up a bit more of that. More than I need for the second, but it should be enough with the next little bit that I need to tear out and stick in. I'll have to get my glass out and tear a sheet off in a second. Not a lot, just enough to go through there. But it's not setting the resin off too fast, so it's coming off nicely. This excess resin that's run over the top, it's not incorporated into what I rolled out, so it'll just sit on the top really and run down, and then next time I'm down I'll be able to literally sand that off, so it's not going to affect the layup at all. Well, I don't think it will anyway, that's my opinion. Haha. Like I say, professional boat builder I am not. Keen to get this done, I am, and as well as I can do it. I want it done to the best of my abilities. Just working that resin through so the glass isn't white anymore. If you've got white spots, it's usually dry spots. I don't want too much resin up there, I just want it so it's not white. And it's all transitioned in as it should be. I'll say this bit here I definitely need to get a bit more on there. More glass. I'll run that excess resin out in a second as well. I'm going to get more dripping down in a second anyway. Yeah, look, see, there. That up to the top, getting that air out. This is what it had before. On these corners here, it's full of air gaps. So it's not been laid in properly and rolled as it ought to be. And that's what I'm trying to get rid of. I want it flat and smooth as possible without all the voids. Now I ain't got a good enough camera that you'll see the air coming out of here, but take my word for it, I'm rolling that up. And I can see big pockets coming round and up out of there. There's a huge pocket there. The excess resin comes out and it rolls round, and if there's a little dry spot, it sort of brushes it back into there as the glass soaks up the excess, and any excess that is excess will be rolled off off the edge. Nice and slowly, just follow that round. Like I say, you want to use your roller fairly slowly, but just bear in mind there is a time limit. And that depends on how strong you've made your mixture, how much catalyst you put in your resin, as well as how hot the temperature is you're working. The hotter the temperature, the less working time you have got. And that makes a huge difference. Huge, massive difference. If you're working outside in direct sunshine as well, again, huge difference. If we was outside in direct sunshine, I'd have possibly half the working time. I'm quite fortunate that it's not too hot in my boat. It's hot enough that I'm sweating, but it's not setting the resin off too quick, luckily. Whew, it's warm. That old mask is squashing my nose. So effectively, when I put this glass on, the top was level with the edge of the window. You can see how much it's moved as I'm rolling that air out and removing the resin from behind the glass, so to speak, and rolling the glass out, squashing it back to the boat so there's no air between it and less resin. So effectively I've stretched out the glass. So I've gone from being level there to being well over. A little bit there to grind off. Overlaps me join there, but not the end of the world. rolling back round this just gently now, making sure that it's all stuck. I know where all as little air as I can get anyway. Like I say, I'm just a Dave. It's not my job, you know, it's something I'm doing to get my boat done. It's a bit of a hobby now. There's the alarm. That is time. Well, I've really got to finish this. I don't want to have to come back next week and sand all that down to start carrying on again. Where was I? Yeah. I've got to hurry up. I need to get another strip blade in this quickly. Very quickly. But I've got to make sure it's done properly. I can't be having air sat in here. So that's my alarm. I've got to go pick the kids up. They'll be coming out of school soon. I've got half hour to pack up, get myself back towards home to the school and pick them up. That bit's nice up there. No problems there. That be there. That be there. That's pretty darn good. Right, I need one more strip. Make it sticky. On the back. Mix up a bit more. Nearly done, guys, nearly done. Just got to get this stuck on very quick. Speed glassing. Make haste but do not rush. So there, glass on there. Stay, be still and do not move. It's fine. There we go, brush, dobby, dib dobber. There we go. Now we're talking. Get up there. Wash it on. Come on. Stick stucked. Right. Don't ever rush with your fiberglassing. No, I'm not. Oh, I am rushing, but I'm, you know, I'm only doing this little infill bit. It's not a structural piece as such. I've got enough on the rest of it to hold it all together. This is just to tie the two bits together because I'm not happy about the overall thickness in the middle there. I think I was missing a little bit between them. I know my alarm's going to be going off again in a second, and I'm going to have to turn that off, which means take these sticky gloves off. I've got resin all over me wood up the side here. I was going to acetone off, but I'm running out of time. Come on. All that resin dripping off from the brush now. It's starting to soften. As the resin sits on the glass, on the CSM, it starts melting that glue that bonds it together. It's got PVA that holds the CSM together and allows it then to start conforming around the shapes that you're working with. That's pretty much on now. Seriously hurry up and get this rolled out. Excess resin removal, like so. Removing any air and excess resin quickly. Quickly but thoroughly. Making sure it's pressed into that corner. Worst comes to the worst, if I have to sand a little bit, I don't want to have to sand a whole lot to do that again, because I'm going to have to sand it to paint it. I don't want to have to sand it all down, finish the glassing, then sand it all down and paint it. So I'm hoping to get this done, rolled out, and then next time down I'll sand it down ready for painting, but it'll be also to get me shelf cubby hole stuck in place. So I'll get the bonding paste will go on next week, cubby hole stuck in place. This will all be painted once that's all stuck in, so I'll paint the inside of the locker. That's the plan anyway. Not doing too bad so far. So hurrying up but taking me time. I don't want to muck it up. But I am out of time. That's going on nicely though. It's only a little strip, so, and the rest of it, that's pretty much tacking off. So this is adhering to it. It's going to all dry as one, you know. But it is tacking off, so it'll all cure together now, which is what I wanted, one piece. And it will give me a smoother finish when I'm done as well, so lose some of the obscurities of the boat that it had before when it was made. I'll get a smoother finish on it than what was originally done. Last of this resin, look, that's going to have to go outside, let that set up. Don't ever leave it in your boat or wherever you're using it, you know, your shed, whatever you're doing with it. If you've got any leftover, stick it outside in the middle of nowhere, not touching nothing, not near anything flammable. Let it go off out there, away from everything. If it bursts into flames, it will just burn itself out, and that's that. And there's the alarm again. Oh, I've got to go. Ah. I've got 5 minutes basically to pack up, clean up, get all my stuff away, in car and gone. That's looking good. Ah, I've done it. How do you like that? I have done it. Without rushing too much, I've just kept my composure and just slowly worked through it. Much what I can do with that. Just really gently, not putting any pressure on that at all, just letting it run down, just making sure there's no excess resin there. And I'm just going to run that over here, just smooth out any excess that's dripped down. Looks like it's pretty much all run down to this bottom section here now anyway, which is perfect because that will all be sanded off or grind off with the grinder when I do that section under there. So perfect. Happy days. Right, that's me done. I've got to clean my rollers very quickly. Acetone that off, look, because that's going to ruin my work there. And that's me done. Right. thank you all for watching. It's been great, it's been emotional, but now I've got to go. Right, bye for now. Thanks for watching Life of Dave.